So we will start with Arzu. Start reading the introduction.
Yes, so some of the greatest things ever accomplished are things that have never been done before. Scientists, inventors, explorers, and businessmen have all made our life better because they weren't afraid to try something new. The
Yes.
things that haven't been done before is a poem written by Edgar Guest where he challenges us not to follow the beaten path but to have courage and do something that hasn't been done before. It is an inspiration. It is an inspirational poem that motivates us to forget all our
Forget.
daily
Yes.
routine and forget our daily routine and just enjoy life our own unique way by following our dreams and trying new ways of doing things. It awakens an emotional response in the readers because it instigates them to get out of their comfort zone and take risks as a part of their enjoyment in life.
All right, Arzu. So what is happening over here is the poet is saying that some of the greatest things ever accomplished. So what do you mean by accomplished? To complete things successfully. When you complete a thing successfully. So what are the greatest things that are completed successfully? Those are the things that have never been done before. Why the poet is saying that? Because the things that have already been done before, you know how to do those things because there are people who have already done it before and they can guide you. You can just copy them and do it, right? So that is why poet is saying that the greatest things that are completed successfully are those things which have not been done before. So you are trying them for the first time, so it is harder for you and you have to try to find a way how to accomplish them, how to complete them, because then there is nobody to guide you. There is no sample present so that you can copy it from. So that is why these are the greatest things which have never been done before. If you accomplish those things, that is the greatest achievement you have. Then the poet is giving examples of scientists, inventors, explorers, and businessmen have all made our lives better. For example, the scientists and people who invent something. So they naturally do something that has not been done before. For example, the person who made the aeroplane. So before that, nobody could have imagined that we can fly. So that person made it possible for us. So he did something, he completed, he accomplished something that was never done before, right? So he could not have copied it easily from somewhere because someone else had done it, right? He could not have got any guidance from anyone because he was the first person who was trying to do something of that kind, right? He was the first person who was trying to make an airplane. For example, the first person who made television. So you can understand. So these were the people who were brave enough to try something new, and they struggled for their entire life trying to create something new that was not done before. So the poet is talking about those people who dared to try and do something that was never done before. And he's talking about the scientists, inventors, explorers, and businessmen who have made our lives better because they have created new things, they have done their inventions. So, right. For example, explorers. Explorers are those people who travel to new places and discover new things. For example, in the poem also, you will find that the poet will talk about Christopher Columbus. So, who was Columbus? Columbus was a navigator and explorer. He would navigate in the ship, right? He would go to different places by sea. So, what he did was that he discovered America for the rest of the world because up till that time, nobody knew that America as a continent was present in the world. Everybody just knew about Asia and Europe and Africa. Nobody knew about America. Whether South America was present, North America was present, nobody knew about it. So Columbus basically tried something new. He went far off traveling in the sea, navigating, and he discovered America. So that is why the poet is saying that all these scientists, inventors, explorers, and businessmen were brave enough. They tried something new and created a better world of us. Why? Because they weren't afraid to try something new. The Things That Haven't Been Done Before is a poem written by Edgar Guest where he challenges us not to follow the beaten path. So this word is very important, that they don't have to uh, challenges us not to take the beaten path means we don't have to take the beaten path. Beaten path means the ordinary path. And what do we mean by ordinary path? Ordinary path is the path that all the people generally take. For example, all of us study in school, and then we do our graduation, and then we start doing a job. But maybe some of us are having some passions for playing a certain sport. Maybe some of us are very good at painting. Some of us have a desire in writing stories, but we don't follow our passion, but we just take the ordinary path, that everybody is doing this, everybody is doing graduation, everybody is then taking a job. So we also follow that ordinary beaten path, and we also keep on doing what the others are doing, because we just see what others are doing and we just follow them. Instead of trying something new, instead of doing something in which we are interested, we do not have that much courage in us. And what we do, we just copy what the others are doing and we keep on doing that. So the poet challenges us not to do that, right? That we should follow our dreams, our aspirations, and not just follow the ordinary beaten path that is taken by all when they try to copy each other, but to have courage to do something that hasn't been done before. So the poet is saying that we should have the courage to try something new, the thing that has not been done before, even though it is challenging for us, because a thing that has not been done before, we don't know how to do it. We are the first person, we are the to try to do something like that. So naturally we have many more challenges to face, because nobody will be there to guide us, because we are the first people who are trying that. So basically we will be leaders if we accomplish that, because then we will be leading the entire world. So the entire world is going to follow us, because we will be the first persons to do that. So that is why the poet is motivating and encouraging the readers that we should try to do something that has not been done before. So it is basically an inspirational poem, because the poet is trying to inspire us and motivate us that we need to forget our daily routine and enjoy our lives. So whatever we enjoy, we should do that in life. For example, if a person enjoys painting a lot, then he should try to make a career in painting, right? So basically, we need to enjoy our life in our own unique way by following our dreams. So the poet is giving importance that we should try something new, we should try to follow our dreams and live in a unique way, and not to copy others all the time, and try new ways of doing things. It awakens an emotional response in the readers because it instigates them. So naturally, when we read an inspirational poem like this, then we are naturally emotional, and to instigate means to invoke interest in something. So naturally, the readers are interested then, after reading the poem, to get out of their comfort zone. What is comfort zone? Comfort zone means that when you stop being lazy and stop copying others, and when you come out of your comfort zone and put pressure on yourself, when you pressurize yourself to do to work harder when something difficult is to be done. For example, if you see two paths, one is the easier one and one is the tougher one. So naturally, we try to take the easier path, even though it is not that much good. But because we want to live in a comfort zone, so we try to take the easier path and be as we are, right? So the poet is saying that we should come out of our comfort zone and we should take risks, means we should try new things and enjoy it as a part of our life, right? So this was the introduction of the poet. Now, Akshat, start reading the first stanza.
Yes, sir. The things that haven't been done before. Those are the things to try. Columbus dreamed of an unknown shore at the rim of the
Yes.
far-flung sky,
Yes.
and his heart was bold and his faith was strong. As he ventured in dangers new, and he paid no heed to the
Jeering throng, right?
or the fears of the doubting fool.
All right, stop there. So now in the first stanza, the poet is saying that the things that haven't been done before. So all the things that have not been tried by anyone before in this world, those are the things to try. So the poet is trying to encourage us that we should try to do those things that have not been done by anyone before in this world. So we should try to do something new. Like in the introduction, I explained you that the first persons who created TV, who created mobile phones, who created aeroplane, right? So these were the people who tried something new and they created something new and they made the world a better place for us to live in. So the poet is encouraging us also to do something new that has not been tried by anyone in this world. All right. Then now he is giving us the example of Christopher Columbus. All right, because Christopher Columbus was a navigator, he used to navigate the seas and he did something that was great. He dreamed of an unknown shore. What is a shore? Where the sea and the land meet. So he dreamed of an unknown shore. Unknown shore means a shore which was not known to anyone at that time. Nobody knew Americas at that time because nobody knew that North America and South America were present when Christopher Columbus navigated his way to America. So he dreamed of an unknown shore. He wanted to know that whether a new shore is present apart from these three continents. So he wanted to explore the world and he tried to know that whether some more land is present or not. Then what happened? Dream of an unknown shore. Where? At the rim of the far-flung sky. At the rim. Rim means edge or border. So basically, the poet is talking about the horizon over here of the far-flung sky. Far-flung means something that is very widespread and far off. So for example, when you are in the sea, you can see very far off because there are no buildings present, nothing present. So you can see very far off the horizon where the sky and the water meets. And the sea is spread so wide, right? The sea is so widespread and you can look far off into the horizon. So the poet is saying that Christopher Columbus was dreaming about an unknown shore, which was far off in the far-flung sky, far off the horizon. So the poet is saying that he was trying something new over here, and his heart was bold and his faith was strong. So now the poet is saying that basically any person who tries something new, he has to have a bold heart because nobody has tried that deed before. So if you fail, then all the blame and all the burden will lie on you. And you have to face new challenges also when you try a new thing, right? Because nobody has done that before, so nobody knows what are the challenges in doing that activity. So you will also face new challenges. So in order to do such things, you have to have a bold heart and you have to have a strong faith in yourself. As he ventured in dangers new. Ventured means to start something new. So as soon as he started his journey towards the unknown shore, when he tried to find an unknown shore, in dangers new means naturally when you are traveling to some place where you have not gone before. So you don't know what are the challenges of that place, how the place is going to be like, right? Because you don't know, there is sea and sea, only vast stretches of sea is present, and you are going, you don't know what is next, what is ahead of you, right? So all the people were scared when Columbus said that he is now going to travel in the far west, right? Because America is in the west. So when he started traveling in the far west, all his crew members, everybody on the ship was very scared that Columbus is taking us so far and we don't know what will happen to us there. Maybe a storm is there in the west, whatever is there in the west, they don't know. So they were scared of the new dangers that would await them when they traveled to the far west. So what happened? And he paid no heed to the jeering throng. Jeering throng means a crowd that ridicules you and mocks you. So his crew was basically ridiculing and mocking him. Why they were mocking him? Because they were thinking that he has gone mad. He's taking us too far into the sea, too far in the west, and we don't know what is going to happen to us. Maybe our ship will sink, maybe there is a storm present, we don't know how the sea is like in the west, what are the challenges and the dangers that are present. So they were saying that this man has gone mad, so they were mocking and ridiculing Columbus. But Columbus paid no heed. He just had a firm faith and a strong heart, and he kept on going, and he did not pay any attention to the fears of his doubting crew. So his crew was naturally very, his crew was doubting, and they had a lot of fear in them because they were venturing into unknown territories, and they were expecting that some unknown challenges is going to trouble them. So his crew was scared also, and they were doubting this journey a lot. All right. Now we come to the next stanza. Yes, Neha, you can start.
The many will follow the beaten track with guideposts on the way. They live and have lived for ages back with a chart for every day.
Yes.
Some told him where to go on the road he had traveled o'er, and all that they were ever strived to know are the things that were known before.
All right, Sneha, stop. So now the poet is talking about that the many will follow. So the poet is saying that most of the people are going to follow the beaten track only. Means they are going to follow the ordinary path only, the path that has already been traveled before. So basically, they are not going to try anything new. They will just keep on doing all the same things that others have done, right? So the poet is saying that majority of the people will continue to do the same thing. They will try to copy each other with guideposts on the way. So whatever path they are on, whatever way of life they are living, they will just follow other people. They will just copy other people's. And with guideposts means they will continuously take guidance then also. When they are even copying others, then also they need people to take consultations, and they need some person to guide them every time. So basically, they are always after guidance, and they are always after copying others and taking the ordinary path that is being traveled by a lot of people. They are not trying anything new, and instead of leading the world, they are just taking help from others, consulting others all the time. They live and have lived for ages back. So the poet is talking about these people only, that they are living right now also, and since time immemorial, they are present on earth. That they such people always try to take the beaten path, and they always try to copy others only, and they don't try anything new for themselves. With a chart for every day. With a chart for every day means that they are so strict in their approach, so rigid in their approach, that they leave no room for any experiment, for any adventure, for any exploration. Instead, they have such monotonous routine that they have fixed their routine, that from this time to this time I am going to do this, on this day I am going to do this. So they have fixed the routine of their entire life. So they are not trying to do anything new, and they have already decided that whatever they are going to do in their entire life, they have made a chart for every day, right? Then someone has told them it's safe to go on the road he had traveled over. So the poet is now saying that somebody has told these people that take the safe path. Whoever is unmuted, please mute yourself because noise is coming. So someone has told them that it is safe for them to go on the road that he had traveled over. So someone must have traveled a path, and now that person is telling that I have traveled this path and it is safe to travel on this. So now all these people are traveling on that path only because some other person has traveled on that path before, and now they know that this is the safe path to travel, right? Because for example, for us, we can say that if someone in our family has done engineering, for example, then that person says that yes, it is a good job, we have a lot of scope in that. So everybody starts following that path only, everybody starts doing that. So we don't follow our passions, our dreams, but we start to follow someone who has done something and has told us that this is a safe path. So we continuously follow that path only, instead of trying to follow what our dreams and our aspirations are. And all they ever strive to know, strive means to try hard to find something. So the poet is saying that these people, all they strive to know are the things that were known before. So basically the poet is saying that they only do those things that are already known before, the things that have already been done before. So in their life, all they strive to do are those things only, all they try to know are those things only that are already known to us. So basically, the poet is saying that they are leading a useless life because they are of no use to the world, because they are only doing those things that have already been done before, and everybody knows about all those things, and they are not trying to do anything new. All right, now who is going to read the third stanza? Yes, Akash. Start with the third stanza.
Yes, sir. A few strike out without map or chart, where never a man has been. For a beaten path, they draw apart to see what no man has seen. There
Yes.
are deeds they hunger alone to do, though battered and brushed
Bruised.
and sore.
It's bruised.
Yes, though battered and bruised and sore, they
Yes.
blaze the path for the many who do nothing not done before.
All right, stop. So now in the third stanza, in the second stanza, the poet was talking about all those people who follow the ordinary path, who try to copy others. Now in the third stanza, poet is talking about all those persons who are brave enough and they try to take the new path, who try to follow their dreams and who try to do something new that has not been done before. So now let's see what the poet says about them. A few strike out. Strike out means to move or proceed. All right. So a few strike out without map or chart. So without map or chart means without any plans. Because the people who follow others, they always have all the things ready for them, all the things planned. Because they always want to feel safe. They don't want to take any challenge. So naturally, when Columbus started navigating towards America, when he started traveling towards the west, where nobody has gone before, so he could not have had a map for that place, right? Because nobody had been there, so how can a map be drawn for that place? So he went towards that place without any map or chart, means without any information about that place, that how is he going to do there, go there. So he was so firm in his belief, so he had such a strong heart that he started to move or proceed in that direction without any map or chart present. For example, the person, I am repeating that example again, who created the airplane, who invented the airplane. So naturally, he also did not have any fixed, what you can say, any fixed mechanism or anything like that, that how I am going to start building an airplane. He had to do everything on his own. He did not have any idea, anything to copy, no one to consult. He was on his own. He had to think about everything on his own. So only a few, the poet is saying, they proceed or venture into doing something new when they don't have any map, any chart, any guidance present for them. Where a man has where never a man has been. So where never a man has been means that what the deed that no man has tried before, or in the case of Columbus, he traveled to America where no man has traveled before, right? From the beaten path they drew apart. So the poet is saying that these are the people who were brave enough to draw apart from the beaten path. Draw apart means to withdraw themselves from the beaten path. From the beaten path means from the ordinary path. So they left the ordinary path. They were brave enough to leave the ordinary path, and they tried to travel new paths and meet new challenges and to fulfill their dreams. So from the beaten path, they drew apart to see what no man has seen. So naturally, when they will do something new, when they have the courage to do something new, so naturally, they will see something that no one else has seen. Because they had the courage to do that, they had the courage to go there where nobody has gone. So naturally, they will be able to see what no man has seen before. There are deeds they hunger alone to do. Hunger means when you have a strong desire to do something. So the poet is saying there are deeds that these people who are brave enough, they only desire alone to do, because not many people want to do it. So they are alone in their desire, alone in their dreams and aspirations, and they alone try to do this, right? Because most of the people, they are only interested in following others. They don't want to lead the way, they just want to follow others. So only a few people are there who desire to do these things alone, right? Though battered and bruised and sore. So now the poet is saying that these people desire to do things that have never been done before. And what are the challenges they face? They get battered, bruised, and sore. Battered, bruised, and sore means they get hurt, injured, they get tired, and it is a very painful journey. Why? Because since this thing has not been tried before, so they meet new challenges which they were not expecting, right? So when you do not expect a new challenges and they suddenly come in your way, so naturally you are not prepared for them also. So you are naturally going to get hurt by these things. So they were hurt by these challenges that came at them when they were trying new things. So these challenges hurt them, these challenges injured them, these challenges made them weary. Weary means very tired, and they also were painful and aching for them. But they were brave and strong enough to continue on that path and continue with their dreams and aspirations. For example, you can understand that it was not very easy. For example, Marie Curie discovered radium. So was it so easy to discover an element, right? So these were the things that were very hard to do, right? Newton gave us the laws of motion. So was it so easy for him to do that? So he worked for his entire life, right? He kept on doing experiments of different kinds for his entire life. And then only he was able to provide us with these laws of motion. So naturally, when you follow these tough paths that have not been taken before, So naturally you are going to get hurt, injured, means your spirits will go down sometime, but you will have to have a bold heart and a firm faith, firm belief in yourself when you try new things. Then what happens? These are the people that blaze the path for many. So the poet is saying that these are the people who lighten the path, who show the path to the rest of the people, because they are the leaders and they create a new path for the others to follow, right? Once Newton gave us the laws of motion, now we started using those laws of motion and started creating new things. But he was our leader because he showed us the path, right? So the poet is saying that they lighten the path for many, for those who do nothing not done before, for those who are always idle and they do nothing that has not been done before. So they are always idle and they keep on waiting for someone else to do that, and then only they will start copying what someone has done. So they will not do anything which has not been done before. So basically the poet is saying that they are not going to try any new thing. They will keep on waiting for someone else to do that, and when someone else will do that, then they will know how to do it and they will just start copying that person. All right. Now we come to the last stanza. So, yes, Genia, you can read the last stanza.
Yes, sir. The things that haven't been done before are the tasks worthwhile today.
Yes.
Are you one of the flock that follows, or are you one that shall lead the way? Are you one of the timid souls that call
Quail,
at the
yes.
jeers of a doubting, at the jeers of a doubting few? Or
Yes.
dare you, whether you win or fail, strike out for a goal that's new?
All right. So in the last part, now the poet is also challenging us and asking us, who are we? Are we one of those people who always try to follow others, or are we the people who try to lead the way, who are leaders? So now the poet is asking us and challenging us that who are we? In the second stanza, he was talking about the people who follow others. In the third stanza, he was talking about people who lead the way. And now he is after he has told us about both these types of people. Now he is questioning us and asking us what kind of people are we, right? He is asking us, are we the people who keep on following others, or are we the people that lead the way for others? So the poet is saying the things that haven't been done before are the things worthwhile today. Worthwhile is something that is worth the time, money, and effort you spend on something. All right. So you spend a lot of money, a lot of time, and your efforts on anything. So is it worth the time, money, and effort that you spend on something? So the poet is saying that only those things are worthwhile that have not been done before. Because if you are doing something that has already been done before, that is not worthwhile. Because that has already been done before and you are just copying that thing. So you are not trying anything new. Then the poet is asking us, are you one of the flock that follows? Flock means crowd of people, a large cloud of people. You see the flock of sheep. What happens? One sheep is going in one direction and all of them just put down their heads and then they keep on following the sheep that is leading the way. So they don't even put up their heads to look where they are going. They are just keeping their heads down and they are just following the sheep that is going in ahead of them. So the poet is saying that are you one of those who are just following blindly, not seeing where you are going? You are just seeing that, okay, one person is doing this, so I am also going to do this. So are you one of those in the flock that just follows, or are you the one that shall lead the way? Or you are the one who is the leader, who is who is going to try to do something new, and you are going to lead the way for others so that others follow you. So are you one of the flock that follows, or are you the leader that is going to lead others so that others follow you? Are you one of the timid souls that quail? After that, now poet is saying, who is a timid soul? Someone who is very scared. All right. Someone who is of a very weak heart. Timid means someone who is of a weak heart, who is very scared. So the poet is saying that, are you one of the timid souls that quail? Quail means someone who trembles with fear, who shakes with fear. So the poet is saying that, are you one of those who get scared quickly and start trembling with fear at the jeers of the doubting crew? Jeers means mocks or taunt, because when you try to do something new, naturally there are a lot of people present in our life who try to put us down. They say, oh, you are trying to do this, you won't be able to do that, you are not good enough to do that. They doubt you, and they also try to put you down, that you are not good enough to do this. So are you one of those who gets scared quickly by those taunts of those people? The poet is questioning us, that are we the timid souls who start to get scared and start to tremble with fear when these people mock us and taunt us? So the poet is asking us that, because naturally when we will try to do something new, when we will try to achieve something hard, when we will try to focus on our dreams and goals, a lot of people are there. Even some of our friends say that, oh no, you are not going to do that, you will not be able to do that, you are not good enough to do that. So are you the one who will get easily scared by those taunts and mocks of others, or are you the one that who will face them bravely? So now the poet is daring us, that dare you, whether you win or fail, strike out for a goal that's new. So now the poet is saying whether you win or you fail, because there are a lot of challenges when you try to accomplish something that is hard, something that has not been tried before. So it is hard whether you try it, whether you win or fail, but you should strike out for yourself a goal that is new, that is worthwhile to achieve. Yes, because if you are following the people and you are doing only those things that have been done before, so you are not doing anything great. You are just copying other people and trying to be safe in your approach, trying to stay in your comfort zone. So the poet is now challenging us that whether we win or fail, we should try to strike out a goal for ourselves that is new. All right. So this completes a poem.